So you're struggling with lower back pain, and the good news is that you are not alone. 80% of Americans sometime in their life will struggle with lower back pain, and over half of those say that it is from extended periods of sitting. And obviously, the older that you get, the more that you are likely to experience this kind of pain. So today I'm going to go over just a couple things, 2 stretches and 2 exercises to get you started to eliminating that lower back pain. The first exercise is hanging. And the reason why we hang is because we're trying to get some length and space in the column, in the spinal column. Basically what happens with a herniated disc or degeneration is that there's compression on those discs, and then the disc is actually bulging out. And so what we're trying to do is create some space there and allow the bulge to have some room to come back in. This might actually be a little bit uncomfortable, and you may actually even get a pop like you would get on your finger. So do it to the best of your ability. You may not be able to hang real long. You may have to do several 10-second sessions, but do it as well as you can, and I think you'll see the results. The second exercise is going to start in the cobra, and here we're trying to put some of that curve back into the lower spine. You can actually see the curve in my lower spine there. After you get done with the cobra, you're going to go ahead and lay back down flat again. Laying down back flat is going to allow your spine to decompress again. This may also feel a little bit uncomfortable. You'll feel it decompressing. It may ache a little as you do it. You can go back and forth between these 2 movements. After you get done holding that for 5-10 seconds at whatever feels good, I want you to go into this upward dog. The upward dog is a lot more aggressive. You may not actually be able to get all the way back up, and then you can rep in between these 5-10 reps. Again, whatever feels good. You may have to work yourself up. Again, it's not exactly comfortable, but what we're trying to do there is we're trying to reinforce that curve back into our spine. The third exercise is commonly called the bird dog. I don't know why it's called the bird dog, but what you're going to be doing is you're going to be rotating your arm and your leg, the opposite arm with the opposite leg, back and forth. And really what you're trying to focus on is squeezing your glutes and your hamstring on that side. A lot of times lower back pain is caused from weak glutes and weak hamstrings. Also tight glutes and tight hamstrings. So this exercise is going to be a soft way to get into isolating those glutes. Another thing that you can do, if this is a little bit too aggressive, is you can actually go to just raising up just your leg at a time. So instead of going with the arm and the leg, you can do like you're seeing here, just one leg at a time. That makes it a little bit easier. The leg can be straight, the leg can be a little bit bent. Both of those are going to be fine. Again, what you're really trying to do is you're trying to contract those glutes and contract those hamstrings. The fourth and final exercise are going to be hip thrusters. Again, this is another way to get into those glutes and hamstrings and also up into the lower back. What you want to be doing here is the same thing as on the bird dog. You want to be focusing on contracting those glutes, contracting those hamstrings, and getting as much work into those as you can. If this is a little bit too easy for you as you're advancing, one thing you can do is you can actually go into doing one leg at a time. So to do one leg at a time, you're going to extend the one leg out. You can bring it back down or leave it out. And again, you're going to be trying to contract your glutes on that side. You want to get to as parallel and as level as you can with your body. And again, continue to think about that contraction and do it in a nice, controlled manner. You can switch back and forth with your legs. from one side to other. Do 5 reps on one, 5 reps on the other, or just switch back and forth. What we're really looking to do here is get that contraction through the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back. So what are some of the things that you want to avoid? Well, first of all, sitting, actually the very position that I'm in right now, if you take a look at it here from the side, this very position I am right now, look at what's happening to my lower back. My lower back is rounding, okay, and this is exactly the thing we want to fight against, okay? We want to keep this arch in our back. So as you're sitting, you want to go between both, but the reality is you're just going to have some of this throughout the day. There's really nothing that you can do about it. So that's why we're doing the corrective exercises to fight against our normal everyday routines. All of these exercises you can do every day. I would definitely recommend doing the stretches at least 3 times a day, even 4 times a day. That would be the hanging and the upward dog. And then as far as the strengthening exercises, I would recommend doing those at least once a day. Just take it to a good burn. You don't have to kill yourself. Do 1, maybe 2 sets. It's just getting into these movements, getting a little bit of motion in there, get some fluid going, and get the healing process started. Let me know if you have any questions or comments on how it's going for you.